Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever it is in your country. Um, as I had written the message that we will wait for 5 minutes after 3:30, and then we are going to kickstart it. And from now onwards, we will not be accepting anybody because people keep coming 30 minutes late, which is not good. So let's kickstart the event. There are a lot of topics to cover today. So let's go one by one. First of all, in the beginning itself, I would like to tell you that BCUBE is making visits to different countries to meet the community people, right? We will be coming to other countries if it is not something somewhere close to your country, but maybe in the future. But as of now, next week, which is 7th of August, okay, 7th of August, we will be in Budapest, here in Hungary. 7th of August, we will be in Budapest. All the details of the name of the hotel, the conference room, where we will be, when, how do you get there? Every details we will be sharing it with you in probably in another 1 or 2 days. We have everything, but we will be sharing it with you. So 7th of August will be in Budapest. If you're living in any country which is around Hungary, you are very, very welcome to the event. There is still 1 week of time so that we can plan it very well. Um, and then comes the second event, which is on 14th of August. Okay, 14th of August, we will be making the meetup in Paris. In Paris. We will also be giving you all the details like where it's happening, when it's happening, and every single detail that you want. So nothing to worry about it. So if you are just around France or very close to Paris, in any case, like you can just make a trip and you can meet us. As we go forward, like we would like to make it in other countries as well. But as of now, like this is where our most of our community members are populated. So we are just going to those places like where we have more members. Then we are also going for other countries. As of now, these are the two countries that we are doing. And maybe in coming months or maybe like in the near future, we will travel to other countries also. In some countries, as of now, they're on vacations and maybe it's not the right time for them. That's why we will wait for an opportunity. We'll wait for the time for making such meetups to happen. Um, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I'm very curious to meet you all in person. So if you are anywhere close to Hungary or France, this is your chance, and this is a chance that we can meet. Okay. Okay. So last week when we met, we made the market analysis, and we were seeing Bitcoin was making, starting to make a comeback. It was just starting to make a comeback, and we were saying like, okay, maybe this is a fake out, not a breakout. So we need more time to see what's going to happen. I think this time we had 10 candles, which is which is positive candles. I mean like green candles, a straight, one after the other. And we have been seeing the rallies quite sustaining. But still, I would like to tell you that I still keep my words that we need to be in the same situation for at least like next 3 weeks more. Because rallying is one thing which is good, which will change the sentiments of the market and sentiments of the people, but sustaining there will give more reason to believe that this rally is going to be long lived, because we have seen such things happening in the past. I'm telling you, like, this is not something new. I will take you on the computer, I will share my screen, and I will share you more information about this. Can you see my screen? Just send me a chat or thumbs up sign or something like that. Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, so if you are able to see this, then let's go to trading view to see the charts of BTC. Okay, Bitcoin USD, Bitcoin USD. Okay. So this is like a 1-day chart where we have to go back a lot. Let's go to 1 month chart. Okay. So here, like in 2017, when actually, we reached a peak of 19,000, then we dumped actually to 8,500. From 8,500, again, the markets came back to 17,200. You can see these two candles I'm talking about. So these things happened also in a very close span of like 1 month flat. And then we were again seeing like very lows, like 6,300, and then like coming back to 11,000. So there was like a lot of fluctuations, which was happening at this point of time. Then it hit the rock bottom somewhere around here, like 3,300. And then it again went to 6,800, again like 13,000, and then it dumped back to 4,000. So this has happened actually. So this is nothing new. If we are seeing a drop here and then come back and then something happening again, because if you compare here, look at this candle. Look at this candle. November 2017, December, January, and February. So what I'm saying is like November, December, January, and February. Now, if you see these four candles, it looks pretty much the same, because here there is a green candle, and here March was a green candle, and April it started going bad, and then May it was worse, and then June it was the same, not much of difference in terms of low. And again, like now in July, we are seeing some positive sign. So if you see this pattern here, and if you see this pattern here, it's not so different. It's absolutely not so different. So we cannot really be like very positive right now, because markets are moving up and they have come to 42,000. They broke it and they couldn't sustain anyway. But still, I think like to celebrate or something, it's too early. It's too early to say that we are going to carry forward with the same positive sentiments going ahead. We have to still watch a lot. We have to still watch the volumes. We have to still watch the overall news flow. There are many news flows which is coming, but like everybody gets carried away by the news. From the past 2 days, everywhere in the social media, everywhere on Twitter, everywhere, I'm reading that a German-based financial institution, a very big one, they're not even naming it, a very big one, is ready to invest in Bitcoin. So what? So what? They are still ready to invest in Bitcoin. It doesn't mean that they will invest in Bitcoin, right? And even if they invest, like they are not Michael Saylor to invest like billions of dollars. And these kind of hedge funds, which comes from traditional asset class backgrounds, they don't invest so much of money, which can be good in one way, that adoption is coming. I mean, like people are showing the interest to invest in, and other people can do the same thing. Other funds can do the same. But that doesn't mean like, okay, they're going to buy a lot of quantity and Bitcoin is going to move skyrocket from here. I don't think so. I don't think so that is going to happen. So this media news, what you see, somebody is getting into it, somebody is more interested. Just be careful about that one and don't get carried away by the news, because at the end of the day, they don't mean anything. Absolutely, they don't mean anything. Because even Michael Saylor was buying for billions of dollars, but still BTC was falling down, and now he stopped it. Actually, he's not buying it because even he's watching it, I think, because nobody wants to lose the money. So probably it's possible that like people would like to watch the market for a little bit more time and then make a decision out of it. But we need to see lots of small positive news flows which keeps coming consistently here. And as you can see in the monthly chart, this has been a very big green candle here. I mean, like in month of July, and it's finishing today, and tomorrow onwards, we have to see how the next candle, I mean, like the August monthly candle, is going to pan out in next 30 days. But on the daily candle, if you see, as I said, this was the first one, second one, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. So this was the 10th candle, which is yesterday's, which was totally green. which was totally positive. And again, we are seeing a red candle here. Of course, we have not closed it yet, but probably we might close it in red, or who knows, like maybe in green. That doesn't matter. But there is some kind of momentum that we are seeing, which is taking the market in this direction. But this momentum has to sustain. That is very important. Sustainability is the most important thing, because anything can pump, anything can dump. Absolutely, there is nothing. There is nothing which can stop it from dumping from here, or there is nothing that which can allow it to pump. Also, it is all possible. Everything is possible, but we have to wait and watch. As of now, what I would like to tell you is that we are not out of the woods yet. This can be a bull trap, or this can be a genuine bear market. But normally what I have seen is 2 months of consolidation or 2 months of bear market was very small to me. By seeing all the past patterns, this was very small bear market, or like very small correction that we have seen. Normally it has to be like not this kind of like wild falls, but something like this quality, what we are seeing here, like what was happening. This quality should have, like taken a little bit of more time. If it is planning to rebound from here, that is absolutely fine. But once it rebounds here, I think it needs to consolidate a little bit more. And it's like 31st of July. Let me say here somewhere, like 30th of August. If it is consolidating more than, let me say 40,000 should be the base now. Anything about 36,500, technically speaking, is good. It's good. It should not go below 36,500 on a daily closing candle basis. But if it is above 36,500, it is completely fine. There is no problem about it. But I'm just like a little bit more optimistic. I would like to, like be more positive. So let me say like 40,000 is the base, and let's keep 40,000 as the base. And another 25 days, like 25th of August, if we are just here somewhere, or if we are slightly higher, like let me say like 45,000 or 47,000 or 48,000, somewhere there, I can tell you that we will, like we will cross this all-time high of 64,000 very, very soon, very soon, in few couple of weeks or couple of months or whatever it might be, because the momentum will come back. There is another which people think it's a problem, because I personally don't think it's a problem. That everybody is speaking about regulations, like regulations are coming and it's going to spoil the rally. It's very bad for the markets. I don't think regulation is bad. Regulation is absolutely good, which means regulators are actually watching it, and they want to, like make it as a credible asset, not just being as a kind of underground economy. By making it go mainstream, that is absolutely fine. And people should not be actually scared about regulation. If someone is scared about regulation, which means like they're doing something which they should not do, probably. That's why they're scared about the law. Or probably like they don't want to like pay taxes or something like that. Look, there is only two things which is inevitable in this life. One thing is your death, and second thing is income tax. We have to pay this one, and we just can't go away from that. We all know it. So there is absolutely no meaning in getting scared about taxes or about the regulations. And regulations is very good in so many ways, let me tell you. Because imagine if there is no regulation, someone can take your money and run away. And you can't do any damn thing about him. I'll just tell you my own experience. There was an exchange by name Cryptopia. I don't know how many people know about this exchange, Cryptopia from New Zealand. But I used to call them as Craptopia, even those times, because the whole UX and like UI and everything was like not looking like an exchange. It was looking more like some kind of very shady thing. But there were few coins there where you could make 100x in probably in 2 or 3 days. Very, very scammy coins. I made a lot of money there, and I lost some money also. Even that is true. But overall, I made good money on Cryptopia, and that's why I would not like to speak bad about them, but they're scammers, right? They're scammers. What happened? I was keeping something like 10,000 USDT worth of tokens, very, very different tokens. And one day, like, it stopped to work. Nobody could log in. It was an exit scam. And they officially said, like, no, they were actually hacked and everybody lost the money. That's it. But in cryptocurrencies, exchanges, very few times, I'm honestly telling you, very few times, probably like 3 or 5 times, it has been a real hack. I mean, like a real hacker taking away your money and my money. Really, this has happened. But 95% of the times, it's an exit scam. It's purely an exit scam. But they don't want to call it as an exit scam. And what founders normally do is like, oh, you know what? We lost the money. Even I lost my money. Even I was having it. But it's all crap. It's not true at all, because it was just an exit scam. It was not any kind of hack. But if you don't have regulation, you don't have a centralized agency or a forensic agency which will go there and verify their KYC and what exactly happened, whether there was money laundering thing or like what made them to do such a decision or something like that. Of course, when a crime is committed, the investigation agency or law enforcement agency will go after them, like how they have gone after everybody. But still, I think if there is proper regulation, then such things can be avoided. It cannot be so frequent. Anybody who doesn't know about cryptocurrency, or like even those who know about it, we even like ourselves like make fun out of cryptocurrencies many times. I mean, like about many projects, many exchanges, like they're scam, you know, like the word scam is like very common here. Why? Because there is no regulation. If there is regulation, then this will not happen at the same time. We all come to crypto because it's very high risk, but very high returns also. You can make 100x, you can make 200x, you can make 500x, or you can make 1000x also here. But even if regulation comes, that has nothing to do with this. The returns and crypto world will be just like how it is. But the only thing what would be good is that our money will be safe, much more safer than before. We don't hear so many, hedge funds taking our money and running away. We do hear every now and then, like maybe in like once in 5 years, once in 10 years. The last one was the Bernie Madoff's Ponzi scheme, the hedge fund like which was doing Ponzi. There was no trading or nothing happening really. And that was the biggest one in the world, like 65 or 70 billion dollars. It was a huge amount of money. Hollywood stars, politicians, everybody lost their money in that. But we don't hear that happening like every month or every once in 2 months or 3 months or something. But in cryptos, we hear that. So regulation is coming, and that is not a bad thing. Whether, you know, like income tax, you can just avoid that. You have to pay tax, right? Because if you make money, you have to pay income tax. If you lose money, still you are paying tax in some way for the trading or some other kind of fees. If you make too much of money, then people will think like, okay, this is becoming serious business. And then they start to regulate that. And that's exactly what is happening with cryptocurrencies right now. It was a very, it's a money out of thin air, like what many projects print the tokens and they just issue it, like all these animal tokens and all these things. And now the market cap of overall cryptocurrencies has reached $1 trillion, which is a huge amount of money. So now governments want to regulate that, and that is good. So let it happen, and let's not see it as a negative thing, because there is always positive and negative in everything. But this is not necessarily a negative thing, which is good. If it is coming, the whole industry and everything will be more clean. So let it happen, and let's allow that to happen. So that's not a problem. And this was one of the concerns, like why BTC was like falling down a few weeks ago, and it was very weak. But I think now people are quite comfortable with that. And people are not worried about the regulations anymore, because they have understood the importance of regulation and like how it is going to go forward from here. So once people have understood it, maybe they started to come back to the game. They're buying and they're selling, and things are going normally like how they have to go. And that's why we are seeing these many candles here. But if this candle can hold, or this $40,000 or like 36,500, this was like, I mean, like here was like 36,500. You see, once this candle, this particular candle on 26th of July Once it crosses this 36,500, it made a high of 40,000 on the same day, So this 36,500 is very, very, very important. If we can hold on to these levels, this trading view. So if we can hold on to this 36,500 levels, and that is going to be very, very, very good, at least for next 20 days or 30 days, we need to be there. Then I can tell you that, like, yes, this is the beginning of the new bull market. And probably in next few months, we can retest these highs, which we made back in April. It is very, very, very likely that it is going to happen. Because honestly speaking, there is no big bad news, and there was no such kind of trigger for this kind of sell-off to happen. Of course, markets were going up every single day. There was like a big bubble which was happening in lots of projects. So some correction was necessary. That is true. But it was not so dangerous that it should have crossed. I mean, like, it should have fallen down so much. But now, this is what the news that I have for you. Observe for 20-25 days more. If BTC is staying just above this 36,500 mark, then yes, we are going towards somewhere around here. Until that, let's not celebrate too much as of now. So next one comes the news, like, which people are talking about a lot, about the Binance are shutting down a lot of their operations across Europe as of now. We are all speaking about an alternative exchange, because who knows, if derivatives is not there, like, we cannot work on Binance, then what can be the alternative? Of course, there are other exchanges like FTX, KuCoin, which is very good, and we can of course trade there. But never underestimate Binance in this way, because I can tell you, like, there is a different type of cycle which we need to understand. Right now, Binance is the only exchange which is shutting down their operations. Like, currently we are reading here, crypto exchange Binance to wind down derivatives in Europe. So derivatives will not be there, it seems, like in Binance, on Binance. So this is because, like, they want to get regulated. And once they get regulated, then they can continue giving this kind of services just like before. They want to get regulated in UK, they want to get regulated in Italy, and in all these kind of countries where regulations are a little bit defined for such a kind of exchange. But there are like some other exchanges, like, which is taking a little bit of, I mean, like, market share, because Binance is actually moving up. Someone is filling that vacuum. But what is going to happen, I will tell you. If you try to, like, completely shift from Binance to other exchanges, Binance will very soon have licenses to conduct these operations in Europe, and they will come back with their products and new services and everything. And imagine, like, all other exchanges who are filling this vacuum should also have to go through these regulations. They have not acquired these regulations as of now. No other exchanges which is operating in Europe has acquired this kind of licenses, because as BCUBE is currently, like, going through DASP process, we had the file to see which company has filed for DASP license, because once BCUBE has DASP license, we can be a broker. We can be a broker just like Binance. Actually, we can buy and sell cryptocurrencies for you guys, just like how exchanges is doing. We can do that. But we saw the list of companies who got DASP registration, and we couldn't see a single exchange which got themselves registered as a DASP license holder in France. And that was really surprising, because if Binance has to be a broker, if they want to buy and sell cryptos for clients, then they need to have DASP, but they don't have it. Probably they will apply it now with French regulators to conduct their operations within France. Or like there is something very similar like that in Germany. There is similar like that in Netherlands or Italy or any other country. So they're going through all these regulations, and as we know, like these kind of regulations will take around 6 to 7 months to get the registration, license, and all these things. So they will be back with all these proper compliances and proper, like licenses and everything, and they will continue their business as usual. But all other people like who are very eager to fill those vacuum left by Binance should also have to go through the same process. So they will be the next in line of fire. Right now, Binance is two big companies, so all the eyes are on Binance, of course. But other exchanges, like nobody is still worried about them so much. But they will also be in the same position as Binance. So no exchange so far is like safe or like better than the other. Everybody are sailing the same boat. So that's why what I want to tell you is Binance is by large, it's the like it's the biggest exchange, and it's been very credible so far. So we can trust them. We can trust them, and they have like a lot of insurances and stuff like that, which we don't see in other kind of exchanges. And to be honest, like many exchanges, you don't even know who is the CEO of the company and where they are based and who are their team members. Nothing. You don't know any history about other exchanges. But we know about Binance, we know about FTX, we know about FTX, we know about these kind of exchanges, which is really, really, really good, right? So for those reasons, I would not like to jump the gun and tell you that, like we need to move to another exchange completely, totally, and we are not going to come back to Binance. I think that's a very, very bad approach, very bad approach. And also, Binance CEO CZ has said he is even ready to step down as the CEO, and he would like to bring somebody who is having deep expertise and experience in compliances, anti-money laundering, and such kind of stuff. So if that is going to happen, which shows that they have serious determination in making things right, and they would like to change the situation, that's really very promising. So I don't think like people should be in a hurry to move to some kind of random exchanges that we have heard few times, but we don't have experiences. But honestly, like all these exchanges are performing well. I mean, like not having this kind of problems of freezing the exchanges, like when there is a big pump in the Bitcoin or something like that. But it's also true that those exchanges never ever had the traffic which Binance is facing, which is really true, right? So even if they, I mean, like even if they get like 50%, 60% traffic of Binance, we don't know what it's going to be or how it is going to pan out. We don't know that one. So don't expect like something to be very perfect and thinking like, yeah, Binance is like very bad. They are going to improve, and I think like they are going to come out with their regulations and everything in place. And I think like it's going to be something nice. And the second option, which I was speaking about, is FTX. Many people are like now moving to FTX because that's the second best exchange in my opinion also, to be very honest, and even the opinion of a lot of traders. Because one thing which is very, very true, and this is not any kind of like just a kind of soft statement towards FTX, that FTX API is one of the best one. Because we have used APIs of FTX. We have built a bot for FTX also in the past. We never ever had any issues with FTX. No disconnection issues, no like orders getting rejected, nothing as such. Always it was very smooth, and there is a kind of quality in which they have built their API system, which is very, very, very good. And as an exchange also, it's quite clean. It's very good. So FTX is something very, very interesting. But only problem is like you don't have so many altcoins on FTX like in Binance. So that's the only thing. But still, anyway, they managed to grow very, very fast, and they're creating record trading volumes like on every day basis. So it's going to be very good. Recently, they raised a Series B round of investment of $1 billion, finally valuing their company at $18 billion. Okay, $18 billion. That is the valuation of FTX. post money. I mean, like after the investments. So imagine like they also have ambition to, like go and list on a stock exchange, just like how Coinbase did, or just like how other companies list their companies on NASDAQ or American Stock Exchange. So FTX can do the same sooner or later, one or the other day. Why I'm telling you is like FTX is going to be a very, very serious player going forward, because FTX is not just about exchange, and the promoter is nothing but none other than Sam Bankman-Fried, who's I think he's the richest guy in the cryptos right now. He's the richest guy, I think. And not just that, like he's a very good trader, and he's also the CEO of Alameda Capital, which is an investment firm, which is also into market making, and they do several things. It's a quantitative trading desk, but they do several other things. They invest in projects also. They do a lot of things. And even Sam Bankman-Fried has said something here, which you have to pay attention. The exchange, I mean, like the FTX, has also expressed interest in buying Goldman Sachs. Okay. FTX has also expressed interest in buying Goldman Sachs if it continues to grow at such a rapid rate. CEO Sam Bankman-Fried stated that if FTX got big enough, buying Goldman Sachs or CME is not out of the question at all. That is a very powerful statement. That is a very powerful statement, because FTX is having so much of room to grow still, and it's highly undervalued in my opinion. And when we speak about FTX, let me just show you their native token. You see, this is FTX tokens, or also called as like FTT, their symbol, which is also on Binance. And it's trading at like $3 billion market capitalization. And it's having the rank of 30. And look at the promoter, look at what their team has achieved. And also look at like Alameda Capital, how it's growing and how much profits they are generating. I think still this $3 billion valuation, what we are saying, it's very, very, very modest. Let me tell you, it's very, very, very modest, because we have seen a lot of nonsense projects having very, very, very big market capitalization. But this is too small in my opinion, $34. That is why I have been an investor in FTT since a very, very long time actually. But I just regret that my bag was not so big. But it was quite a small bag. But still, I'm very happy about the progress that FTX made. I still feel I wouldn't be surprised if from 34 it goes to 340. I mean, like in a couple of years. Probably it can take like 1 year or like 1.5 years or probably 2 years. I don't know. But what I can tell you is like definitely one day you will see $340 here. There is no way that this is going to stop at anything. Absolutely not. Because fundamentally it's a very, very, very good company. It's headed by a very, very good promoter. It ticks all the boxes that I actually I look for in a company to invest. It's fundamentally, it's very sound. There is a story behind it. The products are being used by people. It's really working well. Technology is good. Everything is super cool. So I feel $34 is very, very, very undervalued price. And there are always questions like people keep asking me, or like at least I've seen sometimes that I ask people to do SIP, which is systematic investment plan. Systematic investment plan means you invest right now at $34. Maybe like you will throw $1,000 at this price. And if it falls by 10%, which is like if it comes to $31, you will throw another $1,000, right? You will keep throwing like $1,000 every time. You will keep investing $1,000 every time whenever the price is falling down by 10%. And let me say, like if it falls like 10 times like that, being a very good token, if it comes down by 50%, like from 34 to 17, your average price is still very good. And in the next rally or something, you will be able to make hell a lot of money. You will be able to make very, very good money. So if you're looking for SIP, if you're looking for that kind of investment, then look for FTX. Also, there might be a question like, oh, there are so many tokens and how we can keep on doing the SIP, right? Divide your money that you are allocating for the SIP investment plan by 10 and keep 10 tokens in your mind. Or make it like right now, I said, like just put in $1,000 for every 10% fall. Imagine you have 5 tokens in your mind, not just FTX, but you have 4 more, right? Instead of putting $1,000 at every 10% fall, try to put $200 at every 10% fall. So you are dividing that money, what you have set aside for every 10% fall, by 5 times. And if your money which is available itself is $1,000, then invest like $50 for every 10% fall. So that even if it is like falling down from 34 to 17, which is like 50% fall from here, and you might have actually bought it 10 times, because 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, like that, 10 times it goes to 17%. In that way, you have actually invested $500, because at every 10% fall, you invested $50. So 10 times like that, you have invested $500. So keep another $500 for another token, which can be 1 inch, like which is my favorite, and 1 inch pump will be inevitable. Okay, write it down that I am telling you that 1 inch pump will be inevitable. It is going to pump very hard when we don't know, but like when it does, you will not be able to catch it. Probably you will still catch it. You will buy it at a very high price and you will still be able to make some money. But if you buy it now at these prices, I don't think there is any danger, because nobody knows where really 1 inch is going towards. 1 inch is making a lot of things. Now they are also getting into NFTs. And 1 inch is the only platform which is trying to make DEX look like a centralized exchange. Like you have like many innovative features on 1 inch, which is not possible on Uniswap, for example. So I really love 1 inch. I really like FTX token. These are some of the tokens like which I consider as multi-bagger tokens. So please pay attention towards it. And all those people like who can touch their heart and say that, yeah, like they missed big time not investing in Binance or BNB token, and they should have bought more even when it was like $50 or $70. And even if you're still crying, don't cry, stop crying, because you still have FTX token. Okay, rub your eyes and just have a good wash. Have a good face wash, because you still have another opportunity, another chance. You have FTX still now, because FTX is still now starting its journey. Only now we are reading this one, because this is the news which has come just like 2 days ago, right? Just 2 days ago. And just 2 days ago, the news is that FTX experiences major growth with record trading volume. So right now, it's just coming. It's just coming. It has not even explored completely. And it's just at $34. And it went to like a high of almost $60, $61 during the, like May and April times. I think right now it's at like 35. You can start to add the SIP. And I don't think like it will come below $18 or something like that. So my maximum price drop for FTX will be like $20 or $25 or something. I to be honest, like anyway, I will be very surprised if I see it below $25. I'll be truly surprised, because I don't think it's going to go down to so lows. So FTX is something like which you should definitely add to your bag. And 1 inch is something which also like you need to add. If you're already having it, it's absolutely fine. When you see it like going through some kind of correction, please add it a little bit. There is also like another DeFi project, which is like Curve, which also like I have been speaking for a long time. It hasn't made any move, but it's a very silent killer, because Aave used to be the same once upon a time. Aave was sleeping actually. It was called as ETHLend few years ago. I don't know how many people know ETHLend, but ETHLend is the same thing what we call as Aave today. So Headland had like the very similar chart, and then it started to go parabolic. I'm expecting something like that to happen in Curve DAO also. This is my expectation. And when we are seeing like NFT space or like gaming space, especially gaming space, we are still seeing like a lot of projects here. Axie was like very well placed to pump so much because the circulating supply was very low, and volumes were increasing very much, and they had like some very nice games. So it crossed the market cap of even Mana, even Decentraland. And Decentraland is like the leader in this industry, but still Axie is taking the first place now. It's double their market capitalization. So in this market, nothing is permanent. Today someone can be big and tomorrow somebody else can be bigger than them. So it is all a possibility. So among these tokens, what I feel is Engine Sandbox has not pumped so much. And pay attention to Sandbox because the project is amazing. Their products are very good. It's backed by Binance. It was a Binance launchpad project. So it ticks all the boxes to say that like, yes, it's going to do very well going forward. So my money is on Sandbox if you're speaking about the gaming space. Axie can go up probably to maybe like 100 also, or like, I don't know where it goes. But I don't want to concentrate on projects which has already gone. I know many people, like even when it was like $21, they still bought it, they made 2x, or people bought it $10 and they made it 4x now, which is very good, But when it falls down also, it can fall down in the same way if it is not sustaining. I mean, like if this traction is not so sustainable. And gaming industry is not something like a traditional industry. I mean, like somebody will come tomorrow and they can take their place, because if Decentraland could come to number 2, anything is possible, that's why I'm thinking like there is a lot of room to grow for Sandbox for many reasons. First thing, it was a Binance promoted project. Normally whatever projects like which is mentored by Binance or which was launched by them, they were all very good projects and they have done very well. And even if you see like the circulating supply is just 700 million, which is very small, which is almost like Engine, very small. And market cap is also like $500 million. Okay, $500 million. It's not even $1 billion yet. So even in that way, it looks very good. And there is like a lot of partnership like Sandbox has. So Sandbox is my choice among the gaming space. I don't know, like many people ask me about like bakery token and everything, but that's somewhat like not so favorite to me. Among like these type of projects, like this was a launch pool project of Binance, my neighbor Alice. It's doing good. It's been doing very good, and like extremely low circulating supply, and even max supply is just 100 million. It's very small, and circulating supply is just 21 million, which is extremely small, and volumes are happening very high, as we are seeing from past a couple of weeks. So I think like even this can be very interesting even at $13. It has like a lot of room to grow. TLM, these things are like quite decent, but not something that I'm really watching at this moment. So these are the tokens like in gaming thing, what I really feel is good. Coming to NFT space, like look, a lot of people are coming to NFTs now. Everybody wants to come to NFTs, but be very smart, and just ask yourself like who is doing NFT and why do they need NFT? First of all, a lot of people are just coming to NFT, right? The coin market cap is putting Tezos under NFT, but they are not really directly into NFTs. Probably you can build NFTs on their platform or something like that. Theta, yes, they are into like NFTs. I mean, like it's a well-known fact. Axie, yes. Chili's also yes, because they have a lot of football teams on what Chili's has created. So probably they are also like creating some kind of NFTs based on sports. So that looks very legit to me. That looks very fine. Decentraland, of course. Engine Coin, of course. DigiByte and NFT. Look, like these are all like very funny stories to me, and I don't buy such kind of stories. Sandbox, yeah, it's as I said, like it's very, very good, and Alice is good. Wax is something which is very good also. Actually, I bought Wax when it was almost nothing on Uniswap. It was like a long time ago, but it's a good one actually. When on corrections, it will be very good. It has like a lot of space to go because their promoters are also very good. Origin tokens, yes, this is also something like which I'm actually lately I'm checking it on, and I feel like $1.2 is quite possible in the near term in this Origin capital, and even that has a lot of reasons for that kind of pump, because only 322 million circulating supply. It's pretty low actually, and most of them are actually like or invested or something. So it's not really this many tokens are there in the open market. So yeah, so that's why like I'm very bullish on that one. And this token has been one of my multi-baggers, and I will tell you my reason why I bought this token almost like last year. I bought it at like almost nothing actually, and why I bought it is because um, like all the tokens that is created on Ethereum for conducting an ICO, we call them as ERC20 protocol. And ERC20 protocol was created by the founder of Luxo. Luxo's founder was a creator of ERC20 protocol. So he's a very smart guy, and this Luxo is building something on top of Ethereum. Okay. And look at this one. This is what I said. Like I bought it for almost nothing on KuCoin. Actually, it was like around 50 cents or 40 cents, something like that. And from there, like it went up to like $24. Like I sold a few, but not everything, but still I'm having a lot because I have confidence. Like after this correction from like $24 to almost like $5 now, and it's again making a move, probably it will go very high, much more higher than here, like on some day in the future. Because I get it's created by someone who is very smart, and they know what they are doing, and they're going places. Volumes are also very high, and overall like total supply is also very small, and just 14 million of them is having like circulating supply. That's very low. That's extremely low. Market cap is like quite high already, but still it has like huge room to grow. So these are some of the like projects that I'm currently having an eye on this NFT space. This Avagotchi is also something very interesting, GHST, which is also listed on Binance now. It's quite interesting project actually, because they have many things. It looks very funny, the website, but that's how, like NFT space or any of these things should be. But it's very well made, and there's a lot of things they are offering on this platform. So this is also something like which I will keep my eyes very closely. Probably like one day this can pump very much because they also like have Aave and all these people with them. So these are some of the things when it comes to like altcoins and different kind of sectors. And one more interesting thing what I wanted to show is like in the recent times, we have come from extreme fear, extreme fear to greed now. And that is a very good sign, because when we see green, then the new pump comes. When we see extreme greed, then it will peak out, and then we will fall back here. So always you should use extreme fear as a reference for making your purchases, and you should see this extreme fear for making like some money by booking profits. So this is a profit taking area, and this one is like a purchase area, these two things. So right now we are having like 60 value for greed, which is good, but it's still not extreme greed. We might hover around this stage here, like neutral greed, which is good. But when we go to the extreme greed, we will see. But I think like it's going to happen not so soon, but we have to wait and watch. Another thing, like the blockchain gaming space is still, like it's getting started, to be very honest. Like we'll we'll be in this boom for some more time. A lot of new platforms are coming. As I said, gaming is an industry where there is huge competition. Every day somebody new will keep coming in the space, and they will have something innovative games, and they will keep doing that one. For that reason, I will keep my eyes very closely on NFT space, especially when NFT is backed by a game, or like a game which is accessible only through NFTs. These are something like which is very interesting to me, and definitely I will keep a close eye and keep watching this space for some more time, because I feel like there is still some juice in this gaming space. Probably like we will see a rally for next 1 year at least, because we saw DeFi rally for a long time, and now it is like GameFi. That is how we can call it, as like it's a gaming finance, because you earn by buying these NFTs. So GameFi, it will also be very big, and we are seeing like huge amount of investments being made by like venture capitals and other people, and they don't put money so easily. They might have seen something there to put that much of money. So definitely that is something like we should keep our eyes closely on. And yeah, actually I've not logged in yet, and my password is saved on another thing. Anyway, so the Glassnode, which is like analytics report, when we see an exchange net position change, we are seeing actually quite a decline in the like BTC, which is on the exchange, which means like people are removing their Bitcoins from the exchange and moving it to the cold wallet. That's what it means. But but that news itself will not prove anything, because when markets are going fine, like of course people will remove it from their like exchange account, and they will move it to their cold wallets. But when market starts to like dump, then they will bring it back. So this is not any type of indicator to say like what's going on in the market itself, but it shows definitely the sentiments of the people. That is very important, because the sentiment of the people right now is like, okay, markets are pumping and it's going to pump more, so I shall not worry about like selling the tokens or their coins right now, so they can keep it in their cold wallets. That's what it shows, and that's how we can interpret it. I'm not saying like, no, nobody is going to sell it, everybody are removing, there is very free and less supply. I don't think like it works that way. These kind of indicators are just like a kind of predictions. These are like just like showing some kind of indications. That's it, nothing more than that. So that's what I want to tell about like the net position change of Bitcoin. And yes, like this is something very interesting that we have to see, which is the market dominance of BTC. And right now we are having a market dominance of 48.75. And 48.75, if we just consolidate here for some time, we will see altcoins moving up, because recently we have not seen altcoins moving up so much, but it started like just like few days back when alt started to move quite hard also. Like for example, if you see like Binance coin, it's like a 7 days change, Cardano, XRP, and Doge, Polkadot, Uniswap. You see like all these coins like Bitcoin Cash, Chainlink, Litecoin, Solana, Polygon Matic, Ethereum Classic, Stellar, Lumens, Theta. All the coins are moving up a lot since last 1 week. I mean like all the altcoins. And what I can tell you is like, in case if we consolidate a little bit more in these levels of around dominance of around like 47,000 to 51%, between that, like here, like between these two things, if we just consolidate there right now with BTC's dominance, I think like we will have a good rally in other tokens. I mean like in mainly in altcoins, which includes of course like Ethereum and everything. Normally what happens in the market, BTC first goes very, very, very ferociously. And once it goes there, like it will stop there for some time. And Ethereum, which is also going along with Bitcoin, will cool down a little bit, and it will allow BTC to make much more higher levels. Once BTC stops, then Ethereum will follow. Once Ethereum will follow, then alts will follow. Once alts will follow, then the sector specific tokens will follow, like DeFi, NFT, gaming, and mix of all these things, and some kind of new technologies or whatever it might be. So all these things are like very repetitive, and this is the kind of cycle that we keep observing. So that's what is going to happen. So we have to keep a close eye on this dominance, because if it goes like more than 52%, it's very bad for alts, because alts will dump a lot and people will be panically buying back their bitcoins. But if it stays between this, as I said, like between 48 to 51 as of now, it's going to be very good for alts. So let's hope like we will see like Bitcoin will be in positive bias, but a little bit of consolidation with positive bias, which means like it keeps adding around 3%, 4% on a weekly basis or something like that, but not a big pump or something. In that case, like altcoins are very good, and we have a lot of bags in a lot of in different coins. So we will have a way out for these tokens and to have more money so that we can buy other type of tokens. So this is about market dominance, and we have like shorts and longs. This is also very important to see in derivatives, to know like what's going on inside the minds of traders. So I have selected like 5-minute chart, but let me just go like 1-day chart, because yesterday was also very good day. I mean, like today is also very good. It's correcting a little bit, but that's okay. That's all healthy. So if we see the BTC and longs and short stats, we are seeing currently we are more towards the long right now, more towards the long, because all the exchanges except AAX, all the other exchanges like Bitfinex to Kraken to FTX, Huobi, Bybit, Binance, or BitMax, everywhere 52% of them are on long side and very less on the short side. But the difference is also not so big if you see, right? Because it's just 50% and 49%. It's not so big. So I think like people are quite confused at this stage, like which direction they have to go. It will be like playing a Russian roulette to go like long or short right now, because market can flip in any direction and it is going to be very big right now. This is what I personally feel. I was feeling like it's going to be positive a few days ago. I was cautiously positive. I will tell you this, like I was cautiously positive, but at the same time, like I was not negative really. But right now at these levels, at 41,000 levels, we need to hold on to those levels. We need to hold on to those levels. If we don't hold on, then we will see bears taking like bears will get the upper hand. But we have to see like whether bulls will continue the rally or not. And for that to happen, we have to see some kind of consolidation in BTC. Then there will be like equal number or something like this, like what we are seeing now, like 50, 50, 50, 49 kind of things. Once we are like having in this kind of situation, any small news can flip the market on any side. And my money would be on positive side, of course, but we have to wait and watch for like few more weeks. So even on the future side, we are not getting any kind of like real indication on which side the market is going to move up, because it's pretty flat right now. There are like equal number of shorts and longs expecting for the like a pump or a dump to happen. So nothing much here. And greed and fear, like yeah, we went through that one, and we also went through the NFT space. Yeah, we also saw charts. And there was like this Ethereum London fork, which is happening on August 4th, probably around that time. So it's just happening in 4 days. I think like it's going to boost the price, because as I said, it was not about and the real, like a reduction in the fees or something, because we don't know whether it will really reduce the fees of Ethereum like transactions or not. We don't know that one. And I don't know how logically even that works, like to reduce this transaction fees. I know how probably it can work, but I'm not sure like if it will really work that way. So what is happening right now? Like for those of you like who don't know about what is EIP 1559, which is Ethereum Improvement, Every time when Ethereum wants to make a change in their protocol, they try to make this kind of improvements, what they call as like EIP. So right now we are having EIP 1559. So let's go through this one to know and understand like what exactly is happening. Ethereum, the second biggest cryptocurrency and one that's home to many new financial applications, is getting a facelift, one that could potentially boost a coin's price. Ethereum will soon undergo a major software upgrade, codenamed London, that will trim the pace at which the supply of Ethereum tokens grows. So there will not be so much of new Ethereum token which will be coming out. A change called EIP 1559 will split up the roughly 13,000 new ethers issued each day for miners' payment gas fees into three parts. One of these, the minimal or base fee that users pay to process transaction, will now be removed from circulation in a process known as burning. So there is three parts, how they want to divide, and one part of it will be completely burned. So it is not going to anybody now. The London upgrade is one of the most interesting and important upgrades in the history of Ethereum. This was said by Multicoin Capital's co-founder, who is quite influential person in this industry and who has a lot of ethers himself, citing the reduction of coin supply as a path to higher price through increased scarcity. User base fee now account for somewhere between 25 to 75% of the gas fees paid to miners. So once these coins are burned, Ethereum's current supply increases of roughly 4% a year will be reduced. You see, like it was supposed to increase it by 4%, but it will be reduced now. So this is something very interesting, and we have to wait for August 4th to see this London fork going live. And we have to see like whether miners will be really happy about this decision or not. Because when this was announced, I know it very well that there was a big problem in the Ethereum community. People were quite split. Miners were not happy with this decision. But later on, like Ethereum is like a very big protocol, and everybody have kind of like understanding there. So finally, they were fine with that proposal. But we have to see really how it's going to pan out. Because if prices are really low and if price of Ethereum dumps sometime, then mining will not be so much profitable. So for those reasons, we don't know like how they will take it, but we have to wait and watch. And yeah, we spoke about that, and I have written 4 names of the tokens where the new bots of BCUBE will be coming very soon. The first one will be BNB, we will have XRP, we will have LTC, and we will have Doge. Doge was a coin which was asked by so many people. So we will be having right now a Doge bot, which is like very quantitative in nature, like the technology that we have used. But we will also be coming out with some kind of pure sentiment analysis based, like bots, especially for tokens like Doge and some other coins like which is very sensitive towards a public speaker shilling about them always. Right now we will have a Doge quant bot very soon, and even these other bots also. Yeah, so pretty much that's what I wanted to share with you. And just a few words about BCUBE. So we could finally find very good talents and who have started to work on the full stack development of the website. And we will be having a staking for bots for free by first week of September, as we have scheduled it. And things are going on fine. It's going on very good. We are looking at some UX issues also right now, so that it will be easy for everybody to know how to stake and how to unstake and how it's going to happen. And actually, once you stake, like you can unstake it at any given point of time, and everything will be like very user friendly. So that's how we are designing it right now. So it's pretty much it. That's it from my side, and I would like to read all these comments, like what people have written here, and if there is something to reply, then I will definitely do it. Can you give some feedbacks on the data analysis done by some members which recommend middle risk trading in our setup? Well, like I don't want to like really comment on these kind of setups because in going forward, like in the future, but we will not be even giving you any kind of target or something like that, any kind of stop losses. Of course, there will be something called as default thing, which will be defined by the bot, but you can select your own targets. You can select your own stop losses. So there are like different researches going by different members, like by having the medium risk, high risk and low risk kind of a setup. But personally, I have not deactivated any high risk signals or any low risk signals or any medium risk signals. I've still kept the same. And I know like people might think like in short term, like by having a very small data set, that it will be more profitable to have something else. But I'm not looking at very short time horizon. I look at a very long time frame. So in the longer time frame, I would like to still keep all the risk assessments, because after all, this whole risk management is for something. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been there. If we can disable something so easily completely, I don't think it would have been like that. Because the problem is like right now people are getting bots, so they have like a lot of things to see and observe and say. But like in a managed hedge fund, they do the same thing. If the confidence interval of a particular strategy is not so high, they will classify it as a high risk and they will trade it with a very small amount of money. So this is the same thing exactly what happens in the hedge fund. They don't stop trading because it's of high risk, or they don't want to give a shot to that. So you can keep like a very small allocation to like to high risk signals. But I don't personally like disabled for myself. That's all I can tell you. But I would not like to give financial advice because I'm not supposed to. We are going through DASP regulations and I don't want to like get into problems, so I would not like to comment on that. But definitely you can try different things and like come out with your own solution. If it works for you, I will be really very happy. And then after seeing it for a long time, I would like to implement to my own self also. Why not? um, Regarding NFTs, like what about our good old friend TVK? Look, TVK is a very fundamental play, and that's something like which I really love, and I myself hold a lot of tokens in TVK. So my perspective is like still hold, and definitely it will appreciate a lot in next couple of months. I've already reached my break-even point, but still I'm holding it without selling it. Although I have a lots of tokens, trust me, I have a lots of tokens, but still I will wait for much more gains to happen, because I know TVK is a very, very strong, I mean, like fundamental project. And they're not doing this kind of silly NFTs like what we see normally, like buying a virtual kitten or virtual dog or something else. But they really have a very quality NFTs, like into arts and other kind of things. So definitely because of those reasons, I would hold TBK, and like there is not even a question about TBK, because these are like standard tokens. I put them under the same kind of class like Mana or Sandbox or something like that. They are of the same kind of quality, but they're not of these type of quality like who are making like dogs, kittens, and whatnot. So definitely it's a hold. Just keep it with you. You will definitely be able to make a lots of money in a couple of months, because the sector is very hot right now, the NFTs, and the company is really very good and they're doing amazing. If you have any questions, like you can just write in the chat. I will reply 2 minutes more, and then I will have to jump on a call at 5. Absolutely. You can still keep it staking on Binance. Like some of my tokens have also been staked there, but some tokens I have kept it outside in case if there is a pump, then I can sell it. So some of them are staking and some of them are like in my Binance wallet. But of course you can stake it like when it goes up. There is no urgency as of now. Question from the last 50 trades, the Altport made 32 made loss. only 18 made profit. Some of my referrals all leave because of this. What can I say to them? Just say ciao. Let them leave, like, because we cannot prevent that one to happen. We have to see the market conditions first of all. Market conditions have been not so good, and especially for any coin that is having pairing with BTC, it's not performing well, like whatsoever it might be. But still, I'm very happy that the drawdowns of altcoin bot has not been so worse, has not been so bad. If you see the drawdowns in other kind of bots which is trading on the same pair like BTC or any kind of altcoins, the drawdowns have been like very, very, very heavy. Thanks to our like high risk strategies and like very few medium risk, they haven't lost so much of money. The drawdowns are definitely not like 50% or 30% or something like that, because my own account is like probably down by 15% or like 14 or 15%. It's not more than that one. But from January onwards to today, if you see, nobody can say that like they are not up. They're probably up by like probably 50% or more than that. And there is no such kind of bot which can keep performing all the time in all types of markets, which is a big illusion. And if people think so, that is very bad. Because simply because it's not really possible. If you see like Ray Dalio's hedge fund, it is the same. It is the same. He also like was down by 20%. His own hedge fund, like which was a billions of dollars, and there cannot be any kind of explanation. Every phase, like in investments in asset management, will go through some kind of drawdowns, and this is a kind of drawdown. They have to wait, and they should not look at their account every single day, every single week. That is not the right approach. That's what I am saying, and this is the reason why some of the bots, we will take it and we will keep it for only ourselves, and once we get DASP and other kind of licenses, we will run a managed fund. Because in managed fund, like, people are not seeing what's going on every day, but we are managing it. And in that kind of management, like, it will definitely be, sometimes it can be down, it can be up, it can be anything, but at the end of the day, we will make money. So what I want to say is, like, if really somebody is scared about what's going on in the short term, like, they don't need to be scared, because it's pretty much common. It's the order of the game. That's how it works. But there is no such thing which can keep making constantly profit without any kind of drawdowns. It's absolutely impossible. Even the new version of bots, it's doing very, very good despite the volatility, because our bots were live from March, which is the live trading, which was not back tested result, but really what was happening in the market, which has performed very good in the volatile times, in extremely volatile times. They have not lost money. At least they have won money. They have been consistently making money. That's very good. But having said that, the same bots which is performing very well today doesn't mean like they will be performing the same way. Some other bot might do well tomorrow. So there is always ups and downs, and people need to handle the drawdowns. If people are not willing to handle the drawdowns, then I don't know what they expect, because making the money all the time, it's not possible. We have to compare the performance with the benchmark. And if the people compare with the benchmark, like altcoin bot, as many people who are using it have said to me that like the drawdowns were very, very, very small compared to the performance, overall performance. So if you can say to people about this one, which you probably know yourself, or yeah, if they get convinced, that's okay. Otherwise, that's okay, because like we cannot convince everybody all the time, but we can tell them about the realities, what's going on, because I don't like to sugarcoat the words, and I don't like to give false hopes. Things can happen, things can go sideways, but at the end of the day, over a period of time, we will win. We will win. I have no doubts about that. It's quite bad, but it was like 20 to 30% down, but hopefully will be better. I have turned off high risk at all right now. But that's totally fine. As I said, like it's totally left to the individual, like what they want to do with their risk management, of course. But in the future version of the bots, like we will even have the take profit, you know, like we will give this option to people, like they can book their own thing in case if they wish to do so. We will have something like default, of course, like always, which is completely hands-off method, plug and play. But if you want to play your own game, it's absolutely fine. You can do it. We will be making all these things. After the WSP OAX pump last time, I put all of my TVK into staking in case the 48 hours redemption period wants to beat me again. So be it. Trust me, actually, like we cannot compare really OAX with TVK. Okay. I don't know so much about OAX, but definitely they are not something very extraordinary project like TVK or something like that. TVK has like very big, strong backers. I mean, like backers from investors and backing from Binance. Binance doesn't back any scams. Okay. Because 2 years ago, I'll share this news with you. 2 years ago, what happened? The Matic Polygon had some problems. Nobody knows what. On the same single day, it fell by 60%. And everybody was saying Matic is a scam. Something is happening. And everybody started to shout on Binance and not on Matic, because Binance allowed them to become so famous, so much well-known cryptocurrency. So it was a very, very, very big problem which was happening. And now everybody knows like Matic is not a scam. They're amazing. They're doing good, but something went wrong, or probably somebody dumped because they wanted money. Who knows? Something like that, but it was not any scam or something like that. I see the same thing with TVK. TVK is not a scam. It's a very, very good thing. Just understand one thing, like we all have, like 40 tokens or 40 coins or something like that, right? Right? Everybody has it. 40 tokens, 30 tokens, 20 tokens during this run. But many of them are in like losses, and some of them are in break even now, and some of them are in profits, but we are not selling it. But just understand only one thing. Even myself, I have around like 28 or 25 or some tokens like that, which is an investment for me, and I'm absolutely comfortable with that. Because before also I used to have this kind of like lots of tokens, but there was a difference. Before I used to have some tokens which is like kind of like scam tokens, or which didn't have any use case, which was absolutely insane nonsense tokens. So I never got back my money. Everything was lost. This time we are having all the sound fundamental tokens. These sound fundamental tokens will do well today or tomorrow. We don't know, but they will definitely do well, and they will give you like even 2x or 3x or something like that. Imagine if you have kept this money somewhere else in a bank or something, definitely you will not get these 2x 3x kind of returns. You can get that in only in crypto, and even 3x kind of returns like in 1 year or 2 years, it's absolutely good. 3x is absolutely good. It's on an average you are making 150% per year, which is very good. That's why I'm very happy, and I'm very convinced, myself and yourself, all of you like who removed some of the stop losses or having some tokens, they're all good quality tokens. Okay, good quality tokens. You don't need to worry. You absolutely don't need to worry. They will come to your price, and they will give you a lot of money when it's the right time. And I put like TVK also into this. Hi Guru, I didn't claim my token. Are they necessary to claim, or automatically staked after vesting finish? You can do it as you wish. There is no such rule from our side, because the website will be there. You can take your time. You can claim your tokens anytime you want. If you want, you can earn APR by sending it to MantraDAO. Or in September, we will be launching in 1 month. We are launching this new bot. You can just claim your tokens and sending it to staking, smart contracts. You can start to use our bots. It's all possible. And also just remember one thing, like from September, October, November, and December, these 4 months, all the tiers will be able to get all the bots that will be available in the marketplace. But after December gets finished this year, which is like January 2022, only certain bots will be available for tier 1 guys. Tier 2 guys will be getting like some different types of bots, and the top bots will be only available for top tier people. So this is something like how we have seen it going forward. But until that time, until end of the year, anybody can take any bot by staking the same number of tokens. So there will be no differences. But from next year onwards, the very advanced bots and everything will be available only for the higher tiers. Right now, you don't have that problem. So anyway, like people can stake it from first week of September, and they can use our bots. Any general comment on the global market trend? I've been telling that one since I've been like beginning of this session. General global trend, market trend. I mean, like if you mean like even including stock markets, I think like stock markets are doing fine right now. They're quite stable, and I don't see like any kind of like meltdown or something happening like in the near future. So everything is quite steady. And when it comes to like crypto market, I think crypto market is like quite range bound as of now. um, we have to wait and watch for another 20 days to 25 days to see the right trend happening. But stock markets, yes, I think like stock markets are doing good. We have to see the US economy report this quarter, what's happening, because they had a new government, so there will be new policies and stuff like that. Based on that, like we will be able to see like how will be the global market trends going forward. Only Bernie Madoff was able to keep making money per year without any drawdown. But that's a very different story indeed. Indeed, that's a very different story. Yeah, only like Madoff can make it. Like always earning the money without any drawdowns. That was really amazing. Only this guy can make that. Nobody else can make it. No automatic claiming or staking process is implemented as of now. You need to manually, yeah, they need to manually, everybody needs to manually stake, claim your tokens, and then you have to stake it on MantraDAO. We will not be bringing our own in-house built staking contract until next year, because we have already made the contract with MantraDAO and we are paying for it already. So it's like paying and having our own, it doesn't make sense. So I think like we started with MantraDAO in May or in June, something like that. So until 1 year, which is like 2022 June, we will be still working with MantraDAO. But July 2022, we will have our own APR staking contract, our own in-house built. Then we will also integrate that with other kind of benefits that we have, so that you will stake on the same contract, but you will get multiple benefits at the same time. So this is a plan for next year, not for this year. How it will be verified that I have X amount of BCUBE tokens? Well, you have to sign a transaction using your MetaMask wallet. We will be sharing it with you on a Medium article, like how to do it. It's like connecting your wallet to the staking smart contract. And we will ask you to have, for example, a fixed number of tokens, like 20,000 BCUBE tokens you need to have to get like the first year or something like that, just for example. Then while signing, you are connecting your wallet to the smart contract. The smart contract, every time before it executes a trade on your exchange, it will verify with your wallet whether you are having that many tokens or not. If you don't have that many tokens in your wallet, then the smart contract will come to know like, okay, there is not so many tokens in your wallet, so the order will not get executed. So if people keep like now 20,000 tokens and next moment, if they remove it, what's going to happen? This trade got executed because you had 20,000 tokens. But when next order is going through the smart contract, it will go to your wallet and it will see like there is not 20,000 tokens there because it's only 19,000 tokens. So you removed 1,000 tokens. Now there will be no trade happening in your account. So that's how it's going to work. So that's it, guys, for this week. It was great talking to you. It was amazing as always. We will again like stay in touch on Telegram. There's many more things going on with BCUBE. We are having like amazing team members coming up. From 1st of September, a lot of people will be joining the team and we'll be rapidly expanding the team. We'll be going about 10 members team right now from the small team that we have. And we will be making a lot of meetups and we will be explaining to you more. We will have more things to update you from September. Of course, like after we launch our dream bots for everybody, and there'll be more interesting, wonderful high technology bots. And also we had in the roadmap to have reinforcement learning bots, which means like the bots automatically learns from their own mistakes, which was scheduled to come next year. But we are starting the research and development from this year itself. We are getting one of the most smart guy in this reinforcement learning for finance very, very soon. So he will be in our team and carrying out this research and development activity on reinforcement learning bots. So we are going very much into it. DSP license thing is like going on. I mean, like we are making all the things possible for that. There'll be many more things that we will be doing. Things are looking amazing. Everything is looking great. In September, we are starting our marketing also. We have already signed a couple of marketing things, but we don't want them to stop until we have the new bots ready. Because the whole point is to create a story. And you can create a story only when you have something. So that's why we want to bring this one and then create a story on it. And then go full on marketing. We will blow a lot of investments on marketing going forward from 1st of September. We are spending nearly like 20,000 per month, 20,000 US dollars per month. We'll be making a lot of marketing on that. So everybody will know what is BCUBE. A lot of people will join our platform. A lot of traders will come. A lot of people will use our things. And we will emphasize going forward only on quant strategies, which is mainly on like Bitcoin, mainly on Ethereum and these kind of things. And we will also be accepting payments in BCUBE tokens. And what we want to do is like, imagine somebody has bought at 60 cents during the auction time, right? Now we would be taking the BCUBE tokens at the same price what they paid during the token sale. Same price, even if it's less than that. We don't care like if it's 10 cents or 15 cents. If you bought at 20 cents, then you are paying at 20 cents for the products. And all the payment that we receive in BCUBE tokens directly as a payment for our products and services, we will be burning 100% of it. So we'll be burning the tokens very fast, very drastically. We're bringing down the circulating supply. We're creating more use cases for that. We're creating more demand for that. Because if bots are so amazing, as everybody have seen it, like it's really doing good, even in this kind of volatile market conditions. Trust me, in volatile market conditions, like many of the bots that I'm observing from our competitors, they are not really doing good. But this is really doing good. It's really, really amazing. A lot of people will buy the tokens, they will stake it to get the access to the bots. And imagine like if 1,000 new people are coming and they're all buying like 10,000 tokens, just do the math, how many millions of tokens they will be buying in. So that's why I'm very, very bullish. I'm very, very positive about it. And there is nothing that can stop BCUBE from becoming a unicorn. Trust me, this is going to happen because this will not just be a bot company like how it is now. We are diversifying it very much. Once we get DSP license, we are going to other kind of licenses. We will be a hedge fund, just like Goldman Sachs or somebody like that. So we are expanding and we have a very, very long-term vision. Absolutely, we have a long-term vision. All the investors like who are here and like my very good friends whom I speak with, they all support us so much. They all support us so much. And we as a team are really, really, really thankful for you guys. Really thankful for you guys, for all your trust, for all your help, because you're always ready to help us, always coming forward. It's like a family to us. And this family, we will take care of it. We will give it a very, very proper direction on in the business terms, in the technology terms, in whatever terms it is. And we will not be just meeting our deadlines, but we will be beating our deadlines. That's where we are going towards. We'll have a very, very amazing journey going forward from here. I'm just waiting for September because that's the first point when people will be able to see something coming out of us. Something new, absolutely new, and something amazing. And after that, sky is the limit. Having said that, I would like to thank everybody for being here on a Saturday afternoon to spend the time with me. It's always amazing for me to see you guys and to speak to you, to interact you, to share with you something new that I have about the markets, about the BCUBE. That's it. So let's see you all like next week. Until then, take care and have fun. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Take care.